everyone, welcome to alffy. Today we are going to talk about stock investing in US. So we're going to look at three or four different approaches that you can take. The first one is going to be the simplest one, where you look for specific S&P 500 based mutual funds that you have access to, which you can buy in Indian rupees. There are many fund houses like Motilal Oswal, ICICI Prudential, Anand Rathi, HDFC. I don't think possibly all of these can be listed here, but there are multiple funds that are available. So you would do a simple SIP just like you invest in any other mutual fund. So that's your first option, number one. That's the very basic. You can do index investing. You should keep an eye on the expense ratio. You should ask for what the exchange rates they'll be charging, etc. So get all the details, understanding how much money is being spent on exchange rates and things like that. So that's your first basic quick start. If you have a ICICI Direct or an existing trading account, you may be able to use that if your banker allows that, right? So I am an ICICI Direct account holder. So if I go into more on the screen and then I click on Global Invest, it actually takes me to a screen where it will allow me to create a new account that is connected to my current account, and I will be able to buy companies like Google, Amazon, any of the US stocks that we want to buy directly sitting in India, working through ICICI Direct. And they also allow fractional stocks, so you can buy smaller portions of a single stock if the stock price is very high in Indian rupees. So that's another option. Here again, you need to be careful around what is the cost of exchange rate that you're going to pay, how frequently you want to do these transactions, because each transaction is going to cost you some money. Let's see if they have the pricing data here. Doesn't seem like it's published, but you can check it out on what the trade pricing for each of the so here it is. So if you take the global select, I think it's like $1.99 per trade. If you take the 10,000 global advantage subscription, I think the brokerage is free, but this is only applicable to US market. So this is your straightforward ICICI Direct, HDFC Bank, or any other brokerage account. You should check if they allow you to invest in the global markets. The third option that you have, which I've seen recently come up in, but maybe the first one that focused just on the US market and the international markets, which was End Money. I have not used this one, but it seems pretty interesting. On the options they have, they may be a little bit more expensive than the other ones because they're charging their brokerage based on the percentage of the purchase amount, things like that. But this seems also like a legitimate option. Again, be careful around how much transactional and hidden fees and exchange rates and all of that is being charged as part of the total transactions. You need to figure out what your total cost of purchase for a given stock will be, and this is applicable across the board, nothing specific. So we started with mutual funds. Then you can use your existing brokerage accounts like ICICI Direct and see if they allow you to do global investing. And then there are dedicated sites like End Money that will also allow you to invest in the US stocks. You can go and open an account. The option that I have used in the past, and it's more effective for people who are holding dollars, right? So if you do not have if you get your ESOPs or ESPP or any of that type, right, where you have money in the USD, you can go to schwab.com, and then from there you can open an individual account. There is actually a website. So let me close this one. So there is a site called international.schwab.com. So from here, you can actually open an account. You can click open an account, and then it will accept whatever Indian standard identification is. So this tax ID, so they will accept PAN number. Here they will accept an Indian passport or an Aadhaar card. They'll accept your electricity bill, employer, all of that, right? So all India specific. Then you can select India here on the account, right? And then that'll take you, and then from here you can basically follow through the steps of maybe just start with an individual account. The minimum to open is $0. As you can see, you can start with $1,000 account and things like that. Good thing about this is going to be you'll be transferring once, so your conversion or your exchange rate calculation happens only once. So you transfer $1,000, then no matter how many transactions you do, you're not paying for exchange rate over and over again. So either if you have USD holdings, or you're very conscious about how many transactions and things like that and exchange rates, then this may be your best option. Anyway, so those are the options you have available right now. Welcome to alffy. We are just getting started in US stock investing and the research associated with it. So do visit our website at alffy.io. Thank you.